Serious. Serious. What's up? What's up? What's up, Frank the Pussy Slayer? Uh-huh. It's interesting. Interesting nickname. All right. Yeah, I'm just waiting for more people to show up. Right now we have, as far as I can see, 4 viewers. Okay. I want to talk about something very interesting and special today. All right. So it'd be great if we have more than 4. And we'll see, Check it in, Brother Frank. What's up? How's it going? Yeah, I'm going to start talking about today's topic, which is something very, very interesting, something that you're definitely going to want to check out in a second. Okay. Hope you had a blessed day. I'm always good, man. I'm always doing well. 80s fan says checking in, Brother Frank. Yep. Okay. Well, as always, you can ask any questions that you have, guys. Okay. Just put them out here. Put your questions out here, and I'll do my best to give you a good answer. And once we hit around 20 people, I'm going to start talking about today's topic. Okay. Hello, Frank. Yeah, how you doing? How you doing? So, what's this? Okay. So first of all, I want all of you. I would recommend all of you check out um, a new website. Okay. Um, one sec. Post it here. All of you should check out this new website, especially the guys. Okay, I don't want to discriminate here, but especially the guys should check out this website because it's something that's being taught by myself and my good friend Kevin Gentry. Okay, it's called the School of Forbidden Power. You should definitely check it out, and whatever is put out on that site, it's absolutely incredible. Okay, so psychic seduction is going to be taught on that site. Okay, you're not going to learn psychic seduction on the Grail of the Serpent anymore. You're only going to learn it in the School of Forbidden Power, where me and my friend Kevin Gentry, who was a real life pimp, Okay, this is a guy who made millions pimping. All right, he's going to teach how to like what the skills of a pimp are, and I'm going to teach psychic seduction. Well, Frank, you always have a woman. Is there anything wrong about that? About having a woman? There's nothing wrong with that. So that's what does it mean to have a woman? Just think, you know, that's normal. If you're a real man, if you're a player, um, it's normal to have women. That's not a. Sometimes I don't want to deal with any women, but I still do. You know, when you sign up for the ebook, when do we get the ebook? You get it right away. You get an email sent, and you get the ebook right away. Frank, you always get late. Okay, yeah, yeah. And what's the problem with that? Is there a problem in getting late? you Teaching psychic seduction, and I put out a website like that would be really fucking weird if I didn't get laid, right? So yeah, of course I get laid. 100% get laid. But it's not about getting laid. It's more about your like the acquiring knowledge and being like what's the word, man? Um, just knowing a certain subject. It's a very important part of our lives. It's very important for your self-esteem and all kinds of other things. Um, all kinds of other things that play a role there. Right? So yeah, it's important to know that stuff. No, it's good. It's just that the average man can't pull women the way you do. Yeah, I never said that I'm an average man. You know, women are problems for the most part. I'm like I don't even want to. I don't even want to pull that many because you know it's a big distraction. It's a big distraction. So at one point, it's not a good idea. Plus, when you have a lot to lose, it's not the best idea because women are emotional. When you break up with them, they might cause some drama and you know cause a lot of trouble that you don't want to be involved with. So you also have to learn how to screen women for their psychological like temperament and shit. And that's what I put into the Casanova course 2.0. I taught people how to screen women for certain behaviors and what they could expect from them. The prediction of their behavior in the future. Because you don't want to get with a psycho bitch. I think there are very few things that could do as much damage to a man's life as a than a psycho bitch. A woman scorned, a woman hurt by you is one of the if she's a psycho is one of the biggest dangers that you're facing. Because they're nuts. Women are crazy. Women are crazy. Some of them. Yeah. So you have to know who you're dealing with. Kevin message. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right. Okay, 6 people. Guys, you please post your questions, okay? Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want me to give you my opinion on, whatever you want to have answered. Um, the topics, of course, location independent businesses, relationships, and how to unlock the abilities of your mind, right? Now we're talking about a very specific topic, which is the relationship part today, okay? But I'm going to start talking about that as soon as we got 20 people on here. Okay. Now, before we got 20 people, please post your specific concerns, your specific things that you're dealing with right now. And I'm going to try to give you a good answer and resolve that. Okay. So go ahead and post your question now. Yeah. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you a little video until new questions come in. So Chris asked, when we sign for the ebook, how fast do we get the ebook? I mean, what ebook is he talking about, right? What ebook is he talking about? Give me 1 sec. I'll show you. Show you something. Okay. Now, first of all, he's talking about the School of Forbidden Power 2.0. School of Forbidden Power 2.0. Welcome to the School of Forbidden Power 2.0, the virtual school where you can learn how to have unlimited women using the knowledge of psychic seduction and thinking. You can find many products and resources on the site that will teach you how to master the game of getting women and making them yours. Below, you have the ability to download 2 free books that will teach you how to use psychic seduction and real-life seduction to attract as many women as you want. Get your free gift now. Okay, maybe you didn't see it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna replay it. Welcome to the School of Forbidden Power 2.0, the virtual school where you can learn how to have unlimited women using the knowledge of psychic seduction and thinking. You can find many products and resources on the site that will teach you how to master the game of getting women and making them yours. Below, you have the ability to download 2 free books that will teach you how to use psychic seduction and real-life seduction to attract as many women as you want. Get your free gift now. So, this is a new website, okay? I just posted the link in the chat. Just go a little bit up and you'll see that link there, all right? When creating a landing page, is it better to have a multiple product niche website or a single product site? Depends on if you have a brand or not. If you have a brand, you can sell multiple different items, different niches under the same brand. But if you don't have a brand, it should be a niche site because you're going to sell on price. You're not going to sell on quality. Yeah. What is the best method of building mental power and thought force? Specifically, what is the best way to build concentration capabilities? You need to use it. It's like a muscle. It's like a muscle, okay? If you had a muscle and you would train it every day for 2 weeks, just a little bit, you would say that within 2 weeks, or let's say a month. Let's say you train a muscle every day for like a month. After a month, you will see differences that will have an effect on your life. And that's the force of the force that directs your energy. It's called concentration and imagination. Okay. So the way to train your imagination is through concentration. And your imagination allows you to direct the energy. So you would have to use your imagination as much as you can, as often as you can, and through that you build mental stamina and concentration, all that stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm definitely caught this. It's good. Awesome. So, by the way, you can also pre-order my next course, which is Psychic Seduction 3.0, right? You put that link here as well. You can pre-order that course. It's going to be available on the 15th of September. Yeah. So that is, you can see on this side, on this page, sorry. So check it out. Psychic Seduction 3.0, no new course coming out. I just posted the link here. You can get that as well. You can pre-order it. It's gonna be dropped. Published, released September 15th. Yeah. What is the best method of building mental power? I got that one. Yo, I'm gonna definitely cop this. Does exercising produce more blood in the body? About 1 extra pint. No. Blood production comes from it's your bone marrow. Your bone marrow and your hormone levels, your testosterone levels also determine how much red blood cells you have, how many red blood cells. So if you have low testosterone, you probably also have low oxygenization of the blood and also fewer blood cells, most likely. But that's okay. The point is, no, exercising doesn't increase blood production. What daily rituals do you recommend? I'm not talking about magic, my friend. I don't talk about magic anymore. The rituals that you should do in your daily life is you should meditate, you should exercise physically in some way or another, even if it's just yoga, even if it's just walking, you know, lift some weights, stay flexible. If you're a guy, you should definitely be fighting, in some way or another. Do some jujitsu. Jujitsu is like the big trend out there, right? Everybody's doing jujitsu. Everybody's doing jujitsu, which kind of like defeats the purpose, to be honest, man. You know, like I literally think in terms of principles, right? Now you look at the 80-20 principle. You look at something that is like, um, in the 70s and 80s, what jujitsu is now used to be karate. All right, used to be karate. Now you can, I guarantee you that as of now, as we speak, there are already martial arts that are superior to BJJ, and that will destroy a BJJ person. Okay, it has to be like that. It has to be like that. So, nothing against BJJ, obviously, it's very powerful, just not for the streets. It's just not good for the streets, but it's a good exercise. It's good fighting, good stuff. And, yeah. Do things like that. What daily rituals do you recommend? Like I said, you should take care of your body, you should take care of your mind, your spirit, and that's it. What else do you need, man? What else do you need? This life, this life is like it's another dream. The real world is just another dream. It's like, when you're in a lucid dream. In a lucid dream, you change what you perceive, and the world changes right away, right? Um, when it comes to the physical world, it is almost as malleable. It's just not as fast. So you can manifest things in this physical world similar to what you would do in a lucid dream. This world is not solid, it is, or rather, it is malleable. And you can turn your life into something completely different, into something that is way better than what most people would consider living. Most people don't live uh, based on what they want to live, they live based on necessity, which is not the way to go. In my opinion, you should be able to create your reality in various ways, right? Now, you might ask me, why am I so certain that I'm gonna get the women that I want? Why like listen, most of those chicks that I'm involved with right now, I'm just fooling around with them. There's zero intention of anything serious. But guess what? When I'm ready to settle down or something like that, or when I'm ready to have a serious relationship, I'm just gonna manifest a girl out of the ether. The perfect girlfriend, boom, manifesting her. You see what I mean? I have 100% certainty that I'm gonna get that girl. You get what I mean? So right now I'm concerned with like building my life in different ways, but I'm like this other stuff in terms of relationships is zero of my concerns. The same with certain financial goals that I want to achieve, certain financial goals that I want to attain. It's literally guaranteed that I'm going to reach that. Yeah, virtually guaranteed. Why? Because I can just affect this world around me in such powerful ways, and you can do that too. You just have to learn how to unlock those secrets of your mind, which is what I'm going to teach you. This is different from witchcraft. You need to learn how to control your energies and your subconscious. What you observe through your vibration will become your reality. So can you control your vibration? That is the key. See, as a kid, I was told the spiritual world was more real than the physical. Do you find that to be true? Um, you know, I think they're like no, everything is real, and everything is also unreal. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? So it's not that one is more real than the other. One is easier malleable and it changes faster than the other, but that's it. That's the difference between the two. The difference is not is one real and the other fake. It's more about, is it solid or not? Which one is denser? You know, and the physical is obviously denser than the spiritual. You see. Yeah. Okay. The audience is growing. We have 9 people on. It's good. It's good. 10. 10 people. Yeah. I gotta buy a new suit. I want to buy a new suit, all black, all black. Let me see. Let me show you the new suit that I want to buy. Hold on. Are you guys familiar with Brioni suits? Anyone ever heard of Brioni? Have you heard of Brioni suits? No. Yeah, Brioni suits are like the best of the best. You know, that's what presidents wear. Shit like that. Yeah, some of those suits they make them look really good. Yeah, I think this one looks good. This is a nice one. Oops. How powerful are subliminals? Wait a second. Uh, how powerful are subliminals? Uh, how powerful are subliminals? How powerful are subliminals? Man, I don't know. That's a good question. It's more a matter of how often do you listen to them. That's a question that you have to ask yourself. Ask yourself, how often do you listen to them? Because that determines if they work for you or not. You see. Okay. How powerful? I've heard them. Jesus. Yeah. Any techniques to control anger? Um, I would say controlled anger. What you should do is basically use the anger to work on something. Use the anger to um, how do I put it, man? Use the anger constructively. that like there's an emotional tone scale, right? Anger is pretty much it's pretty down here. So what you have to do is you have to get it up into a higher bracket or into a higher level. The productive emotions, the productive states of mind are up here. Okay, so ideally you always want to be productive, but in order to be productive, you have to transform anger into higher states. You can, for instance, look at the anger and use Reiki or something like that. You can use Reiki, and that will transform that negative emotion into something that is more productive and conducive to your goals. You see, and that is a way to do it. Okay, so always try to transform negative emotions into positive ones, or at least use negative um, energy directed at you to generate positive outcomes with it. At least that's the best way to deal with them. Believe me. Transmute negative into positive. Yeah, ideally, that's how you become anti-fragile. That's how you become. Um, that's how you win all the time. You will keep winning no matter what. Doing that, if you can pull it off. Do you work with chakras? Of course, I do work with chakras, my friend. Yes, I do work with chakras. Now, when you work with chakras, you're influencing your inner world, actually. You're influencing your mind. Every chakra that you have resonates at a certain frequency. Yeah. And there's a correct frequency that the chakra can resonate at, and there's also an incorrect energy. Now, why is that even important? Because you are projecting out certain energies that will create your reality, that will literally manifest your life, but at the same time, they also are the interface between the world and you. So your inner experience is going to be skewed. It's going to be bad or unclear, depending on where your chakras are or what your chakras are resonating at. So it's very important that you keep your chakras resonating with what you want. Yeah. Hello, Frank. How's it going? How's it going? How you doing? Eugelis Tsompanakis. That sounds very Greek. That's a Greek ass name, my friend. That's a Greek ass name, isn't it? Like, no offense, I'm not trying to be offensive here. What's the difference between middle pillar and chakras? What's the difference between middle pillar and chakras? The middle pillar is a ritual that's been put out there by the Golden Dawn. It's the middle pillar ritual. The chakras are energy structures in the etheric body. And they also like have connections to internal glands and things like that. Thanks for the answers. I appreciate you taking the time. Absolutely. You're welcome. I use your method, Frank. I've noticed I'm in a better mood and more attuned. I remember back when I was in university, we were like these, like I had this clique of friends, this clique of friends. We were like five good friends, and then we had like these orbiters, right? They would show up and hang out with us from time to time. And one of them was his name was Pano or Panos. No, his name was Panos. Panos, yeah. He was from Greek. Sorry, he was from Greece. Total like how should I put it? Total. He was a total ladies man, like for real. Like if you would write a movie, and you would create a handsome, sexy character that literally all women would be like craving. he would look like that. Okay, so he was the Greek sexy guy that we had there. I was the black sexy guy. Okay, I would get a lot of girls too. He would be the Greek sexy guy in our group, right? But the point is, um, for some reason, he could not capitalize on that. He could not use that. He did get girls here and there, but not at the level that he could have gotten them. I don't know what was going on with him, maybe like, but this guy was, I'm telling you, this guy was so handsome, Panos. He was so handsome, good looking stud, confident, body language on point. But I don't know why why he didn't get as many girls as he could have gotten. Because this guy was just I don't know. I'm sure a lot of women would have paid him like as a male escort. He was, I don't know. He had a good heart too, but he had anger issues a little bit. I remember. This one time. That was one time. He got drunk, right? We were like partying. He got drunk, and he fucking smashed the window. He smashed the window with his fist, and he cut a whole lot of stuff with his hand, and everything was bleeding. So, uh, never mind. I'm from Greece. Okay, life is an art. There are so many ways to express yourself in so many areas. It's definitely true. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Um, have you read any of the Urantia books? And if so, what do you think of it? Urantia doesn't ring a bell right now. I'm not sure what you're talking about. May I ask what your mother tongue is? Thanks. I'm very curious. My first language is German. I was born and raised here. It's my first language. So produce. However, I was raised bilingual. Okay, so um, yeah, I learned English very early on. Um, thanks for answering me. You're welcome. Frank, what are the future plans for the grill? The grill is going to turn into a life coaching business. The business is not even the point. It's more like a life coaching. My life is changing where I'm leaving Germany. My main residence is not going to be in Germany anymore, and I'm going to be internationalized. Internationally. I'm internationalizing my businesses and my life. So I'm gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna be like a globetrotter, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna have a residence here. I'm gonna have a residence there. The good thing is, if you have companies, you can do all kinds of things that a private person cannot do. Example: you can pay zero taxes. You can also, through your companies, rent houses, buy real estate. You can do all kinds of things, right? So the bottom line is, I'm internationalizing my life, where I'm gonna be all over the place. A month here in this country, 2 months in another country. I'm going to spend a week in this town. I'm just going to be all over the place. You know what I mean? And I want to show you how to do the same, how to create the same for you. Okay, so location independent business. And I'm gonna show you how to create those relationships that you might want. Most of you guys want multiple women, right? I'm gonna show you how to do that too. I'm gonna I'm gonna travel the world, and I'm gonna get some hot girls to be my girlfriends, and I'm gonna take them with me. You know, I'm gonna steal. I'm gonna steal the girls from the countries. Okay, just be careful that it's not your country. I might steal your girls. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever. But yeah, I might go to, let's say, I don't know. Let's go to Italy. You know, find Miss Italy and make her my girlfriend, and then fuck off. And take her with me. So the point is, I'm gonna create like this international life setup, and I'm going to teach you how to do the same. Plus, on top of that, I'm going to teach you how to like the spiritual mysteries in terms of how to unlock those the secret abilities in your mind. Yeah. And all of that is going to be my life coaching for you. That's like kind of like me giving back to you. Right? It's going to be very affordable. Don't worry. It's going to be very affordable. All of you are going to be able to join. It's going to be very affordable. And yeah, I'm just going to show you my life. I'm just going to show you my life, and I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing. So I'm going to teach business, how to create a lifestyle, location independent business or businesses. They must be internet based, obviously, because otherwise it's not location independent, right? The relationships where you have multiple girls. I have serious game. I'm telling you guys, I have serious game. And I know how to get, yeah, I know how to get girls. And when do you think the money magic program will be completed? Within the next 3 months, it will be completely filled. There are gonna be like 2 new lessons per day that are gonna be uploaded. So it's gonna be actually so less than 3 months until everything's finished. Um, and then I'm also going to teach meditation and how to unlock the secret abilities of your mind and how to control your energy and all that stuff, right? And there will also be you will also have the ability to get consultations with me, but not consultations where I'm doing divination for you. No, I'm going to give you individualized coachings on how to create that stuff for yourself, right? Because once in a while you need like really really individualized attention and training and like solutions, and I can provide that as well. Do horror mysteries. I'm not answering questions about the occult. That's over. I'm not answering that. And that question I probably answered like 100 times or something like that. At least that's how it feels. If you see Frank on the street, hide your girl. Hey Frank, good to see you, and don't take our Philippine girls. That's off limits. I don't think you have to worry about that. I don't think that's really my type of girls. Like, I'm not trying to be offensive, but everybody has types of the different types of girls. I'm not into Thai girls either. I'm not really into Philippine or the Filipino girls, Filipinos. Me personally, no offense, okay? I'm not saying that they're like that's not that's just my personal preferences, okay? And I'm also not saying that there are no beautiful Filipinas. Obviously they are. But generally speaking, that is not necessarily the type of girl that I go for. Okay. Just like there are some people that don't like my type. Okay. There are a lot of girls that don't like they wouldn't like a guy that looks like me, my type. That's fine. Everybody has certain preferences. You know. Um, may I ask, what do you think of Buddhism? I'm also curious. May I ask, what do you think of Buddhism? I'm also curious. What do I think of Buddhism? Uh, what do I think of Buddhism? That's a very broad question, my friend. Like, what do I think of Buddhism? You please ask a little bit more of a specific question, because Buddhism is like I could sit here and talk hours and hours and hours about Buddhism, but it's not gonna serve a purpose. You have a specific question about an aspect of Buddhism, then please ask that. It's not what do I think of Buddhism is not a very good question, to be honest. Okay, because it's not very specific. Some Thai girls got the Peter Weeders. Got to tread lightly, gentlemen. Frank will still teach spirituality. I'm going to teach how to use your own mind. There's nothing more spiritual than learning how to control your own energy in your own mind. You know. So in a sense, yes. Is chi similar to Reiki energy, or are they one and the same? They're definitely not one and the same. They're also not similar. They interact, but they're not the same thing. Yeah, some girls might not like your type, but with your skills, Frank, I'm sure you can pull a lot of women. Yeah, of course, I can pull a lot of women. Of course, I can pull a lot of women. 100%. Um, there are also a lot of women that I pulled that were not attracted to me in the beginning. Maybe they were like, "Oh, I don't like maybe like everybody has like a type, and like in their mind, like, oh, I don't like black guys or whatever, right? Whatever. It's fine. You can still get them. It's even a challenge, right? But yeah, um, of course, of course, good for us. It's good for us that women don't think that looks are that important. Okay, so looks for women are way less important than they are for men. As long as you are presentable, as long as you're presentable, you like if you're hideous, you got a problem. Okay, if you're like really ugly, I get it. Yeah, but as long as you are presentable as a man, you're not incredibly ugly. For instance, the way you dress is more important than the way you look. You can be average looking, an average looking guy, your face, but you go to the gym and dress well. You can be like very high level, and you can get a lot of very attractive women that way. Yeah, don't have to be Brad Pitt, you know. But even Brad Pitt would look if Brad Pitt wouldn't be if he was not a famous movie star, he wouldn't get 100% of the women either. You know, he wouldn't get 100% of the women either. Um, and some girls might not like your yeah, but most women actually do like my type. To be honest, most women actually do like my type. It's like I would say that like when it comes to my looks, not overstating it, but I'm like I would say 8 out of 10 women would find me somewhat attractive. 8 out of 10 women would find me somewhat attractive. So yeah, that does make things easier, but it's also how you carry yourself. If I look the same way and just open my mouth and it sounds stupid, do you know how important your voice is? And the voice is the reflection of your energy, and your energy is generated by your mind. So your state of consciousness is transferred through your voice. So if you are a weak person, that makes you extremely unattractive. If you can't talk, if you can't communicate, that can kill everything. You can look great, you can look amazing, but if you can't talk, if you can't back it up with good communication, you're done. You know, you're done. I'd rather learn Reiki from you since you can fast track the knowledge for me. I'm still learning Qigong and Chi energy. Absolutely. Reach out to me, my friend. Come here on request access to this group. One sec. Grab the serpent in a circle. There you go. And then find me in that group and send me a message that you want to be initiated into Reiki. We can definitely make that happen. Um, Frank, in your own words, what's the most important skill of making money? In my opinion, is creating opportunities. Um, what is the number one skill? Unfortunately, there is not one thing. See, the question itself is a problem. I'm telling you, because people always look for one thing, that one thing that changes everything. There's not that one thing that changes everything. Remember, a couple days ago, maybe a week ago or so, I was talking about my rule book that I live by. I have 43 laws in my life. I was able to discern and figure out 43 laws that I live by, and they have to do with when you have all of those 43 laws in place and you follow those laws, your life will become amazing. It's impossible to not be great. If you only follow 5 of those, you will end up depressed and homeless, alcoholic or something like that. Most people maybe know like 15 of those rules, you know? And think about it. You need 43 of them, and most people live their life based on 15 of those, you know? And when you have 15 of those, you're on the brakes when it comes to the car of your life. You're not getting things done. Life is a hassle. It feels bad, okay? And when you follow the 43 laws that I created, it's going to feel as if the universe is doing everything for you. You're going to feel as if Fortuna, which is the goddess of luck, kissed you and just blesses you with everything that she has. Yeah. Those 43 things, 43 laws you're going to learn in the life coaching that I'm going to put out. I'm actually thinking about, should I put them out for free? I was thinking, man, I should charge people for that, but no, I'm not going to charge you for that. I'm actually going to write a book for that, an ebook that's going to cover and contain all of those laws, because I really want you to have those laws, because if you follow them, it will change your life for the better. Yeah. Um, so I can't tell you one law or one rule. There are 43. When you have those 43, sky's the limit. You can become a millionaire. You can become, if you want it, I'm sure you can take it to a billionaire level too. But it's not just money. You see what I mean? Other parts of your life have to be in place for you to be able to create money. All right. I don't know, Frank. I've been rejected by most girls because of how my face looks, or they'll just tell me I'm ugly and useless, like my last girlfriend who was from England. You had a girl from England that was uglier than you? Man, that's not easy to do. No offense, okay? Not being, hey, I'm not trying to be offensive here, all right? But let's be honest, English girls, generally speaking, are not really the hottest girls in the world. For real. Seriously. Even German girls are hotter than English girls. It's just what it is, bro. I don't know. Maybe this is my bad personal experience, but I'm not into English girls either, to be honest. But I don't know, Frank. I've been rejected by most girls because of how my face looks. Well, I never seen your face. I don't know. Like, what can I tell you? You know what? Uh, who was it? Was it Casanova? Some very famous seducer. He said that, give me 5 minutes and I'll talk. Give me 5 minutes to talk away my ugly face, and I will bet the Queen of France. That's what he said. All right. So I still believe that if you're not completely hideous, and I don't know your personal situation, Darian, you might be completely hideous. If that's the case, I feel for you, man. I'm sure that's not fun, but I don't. I always choose to empower people instead of confirming that they're a victim. I don't believe in victimhood. I don't. So even if you're ugly, even if you're hideous, have you seen Seal? Seal, the singer. That guy had lupus as a child. Okay, when he was a kid, he had lupus. Do you know what that is? Lupus. It's like a serious. It's a serious. Um, uh, what's the word? It's a serious issue, an autoimmune disease, I think. All right. Now this guy gets the hottest women. Okay. Now you tell me, is that guy like handsome? A lot of people would say he's hideous, especially with those scars in his face. Look at the scars in his face. Okay. Look at the scars on his face. Seal is not a handsome guy. Okay. But for many years he was married to Heidi Klum. Okay. Boom. Like Heidi Klum is one of the hottest German models out there. She's literally, I think, the most successful German model ever. You know. Um. Okay. So she's obviously attractive. She's obviously a woman that could like have her pick. Like she can get any man she wants, obviously, right? But she chose him. Why? Why is that? All right, Seal. I'm looking. I'm trying to find some other women that he's with. Yeah, she. This one is not bad either. Hold on. Hold on. Let me check. Um. So that's his new girlfriend. That's who he's with right now. Um. Okay. So I think she's like a tennis player or something like that. What is she? Yeah, she's like a tennis player. Whatever. I don't know what that bitch does. And here's another one. Okay. So whatever. Like I don't know if you like those types of women. I mean, he obviously goes for the same type of girl, always like kind of like a blonde chick, right? I guess that's his type, and that's okay. But what I'm saying is, um, he had lupus as a child. He's got all these scars. He's obviously not handsome, right? But he's got an incredible like he gets incredible chicks, right? How does he do how does he do that? That must be something that he does right, right? Maybe it's his voice. He's got an incredible voice. So this is for you, Daria. You know, find what works for you, or what is like. Everybody's got some assets. Okay, everybody's got some assets, and you got to build on your strengths. So you find out what your assets are, and you build on that. You know, if you're a singer, if you're a singer, or whatever, like you work with your voice. How? Just use your fucking like create a band. You're the lead singer and you will get laid 100%, man. Doesn't matter how shitty your band is. Bands always get laid. And the lead singer of a band, guaranteed gets laid. 100%. In fact, that's one of the easiest ways to get laid. You on a stage singing in front of people. That is so sexy to women, you wouldn't believe it. They will do anything. They'll do anything. I promise you. They'll get on their fucking knees. They're suckers for fame, even if it's like a small fucking show. Promise you. As soon as you're on a stage singing, women will want to fuck you. In fact, that's one of the main motivations for most musicians. Do the same thing as a DJ. You know, do something. Find what you're good at. Maybe you got a good body, which I don't think so because if women left you for your looks, you probably have a shitty body too. Okay, so do whatever you can. Use your assets in your favor. There's a Buddhist opinion that there is no self like the world. Well, okay, I'm not going to go into that. Talk with authority. Sound like a boss with swagger. Hey Frank, what's a good way of grounding yourself if your root chakra is not working properly? Working out and eating is a good way to start that. In Greece, we get hot, ugly, and double hot. We got hot, ugly, and double hot. Yeah. There's this Greek lady I've had a crush on since I was a young boy. You know, by now she's old. You know, but when I was a little boy, when I was 5 years old, she was in her prime, and she was one of the hottest pieces of ass that walked this planet, at least in my mind. Okay, Her name was Counselor Troy. Marina Sirtis, actually an actress. She played Counselor Troy in Star Trek, and she was one of the hottest pieces of ass that she was on TV, obviously, right? But she was really hot, and she's Greek. Let me pull up a picture. She's old now, but in the '80s she was banging. They're incredible. Let's see. Let's see, Counselor Troy. Yeah, as a little boy watching Star Trek, I had a crush on that girl, Counselor Troy. Hold on. Where's a good picture of that chick? Yeah, I think that's a good one. Boom. Very hot. Yeah. So, hey, looking for Snazzy tonight. Wishing everyone a smooth Monday tonight. Yeah. May I ask, do you into Asian or African girls? Am I into Asian or African? Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Hey, Frank. Sorry for the light entry. Okay. He looks like 80. At least he smiles. You're right, though. She was really rude most time to me when we started dating seriously. Those unattractive guys like Seal have a lot of money, which is what I'm working to get. Okay, well, I'm sure that helps too, I guess. What are some steps to help someone going through depression? My father's going through a hard time, man. I got to know the circumstances, you know. Sometimes the circumstances are just depressing, but I mean, what can I say? You know, usually someone is in depression because they are responding to circumstances in their life, you know. And most people live lives that are depressing, you know. So, somebody asked if I'm into Asian and African girls, but bro, I'm into beautiful women. I think there are beautiful women in all shapes and colors all over the world, right? All cultures have beautiful women. However, what's the word? I'm literally only into beautiful women. You know, I'm very selective when it comes to that. I'm only like when I look back, I only had very beautiful girlfriends, um, and I'm gonna keep it that way. Like I wouldn't have like a seven as a girlfriend or a six or something like that. I wouldn't settle for that. And well, that's it. But generally speaking, it is like this, okay? Extreme types. Now we're talking about different cultures here, right? Talk about different cultures. Um, beauty is actually objective. It's not a subjective thing. You know, a lot of people will have you believe that beauty is something that is in the eye of the beholder. That's all bullshit. Beauty is an objective standard, and the standard is the following: the more, what's the word? The more, like, beauty is universal. Okay, so if someone is beautiful in one culture, they will usually also be considered beautiful in all other cultures, right? But when you are like an extreme, so what people like is kind of like averages, if that makes sense. Average in the sense of, if you were to put lots and lots of pictures on top of each other of different people, you would get kind of like a a middle, if that makes sense, a mean or a medium look, right? And that's what's considered attractive by most people. Yeah. Outliers are not that attractive. They can look unique, but they're not attractive. Okay, so beauty is a standard that is objective. So if someone is beautiful, they're objectively good looking. It doesn't matter what culture they're at. Okay, you could take a Japanese girl that is very pretty. She could go to the fucking. She could go to whatever South Africa. She would still be considered beautiful. That's like you see that right away. Okay, so one bullshit that a lot of people are talking about this like one lie that is being put out there these days by especially you know mostly I would say who puts those lies out, maybe advertisers or whatever. They say that everything is like subjective and you can it's all cultural, it's all like imposed onto people, it's like the beauty standards, blah blah blah, all this bullshit. No, it's not like that. You cannot force people to find something attractive that is unattractive. Okay, so plus size models, for instance, plus size models are not attractive because they're unhealthy. What is attractive is health. And you can see the health of the genetic material in the face too. Did you know that? That's a communication. See, the human body is built to carry and reproduce genes, carry them to the next generation. So everything about the body is either for survival or procreation. Even the brain and the thinking that we're doing is mainly there to allow us to deal with the outside world and create survival circumstances. It increases our chances of survival. That's why we're the most dangerous animal. There's no animal more dangerous than us. We're the apex predators because we have this PFC, this prefrontal cortex. That's why we win against all animals, even though they're stronger. Right? Now, your body has a certain function. Yes, it helps you to survive, but at the same time, it communicates your genetic material to the outside world. It's evident, it's self evident. What is your genetic material? Boom, you just look at the person. Now, say for let's say, factors like weight. Sometimes you see a very, very overweight woman, but she has a pretty face. She would be like, maybe she's not as attractive as she could be, because if she loses weight, she would be way more attractive, right? But you know that she has potential. You see what I mean? So beauty is not subjective. It's not about beauty standards being imposed on people and all this bullshit. Please don't believe that. There's a lot of science behind this, okay? And science will tell you that beauty is objective. And the face is a main factor, if that makes sense. You see what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is essentially, in order to solve a problem, you first have to look at the facts, and then you improve upon the facts. Yeah. How did you even end up here? Somebody was talking about depression. Well, depression is the result of not knowing what to do or how to resolve a situation. Depression is is literally playing dead, if that makes sense. Okay. So in circumstances that are stressful, we have a couple of choices, right? We have fight, flight, or play dead. Those are the three responses that we have. Depression is playing dead. So your father or whoever is depressed is experiencing circumstances that are stressful or uncomfortable, and they don't know how to win the fights. They don't know how to get out of the situation. So the only choice they got is the system shuts down and they feel depressed. So you need a game plan to escape from that situation. Boom, he's going to kick out of, like, if you show him how he could change the situation, I'm sure he would start getting out of the depressed mood. Okay, this is a lesson that you should all take away, right? When you feel depressed, it's because you don't know how to fix a situation. So what you need to do right away when you start feeling depressed is you create a game plan on how to solve the situation, and boom, you're going to be out of depression. Your English is so great. English is hard for me. Um, yeah, thanks. She was a baddie, sorry. Our fellow men have to work on themselves and improve, get more confidence, and repent for dating Western women, and God will bless you men once you move away from the Western world. I Valence, you're the prophet of leaving the West. Preach, brother. I believe you're right. I really could. I really think that you have a good point. It's true. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm leaving too. I'm leaving myself. Western world. I mean, I'm still going to be around, traveling and all that stuff, but my main focus is probably not going to be in the Western world. You know. I mean, I think it is kind of obvious that there are forces at work that want the Western world to be destroyed. Namely China and Russia, and they've won. They've already won. Demographically, they've won. Economically, they have already won. America is destroying itself, right? And America is why am I why am I always like talking about America and all that stuff? Because America is essentially the leader of the Western world, leader in terms of hidden control over Europe and other places. Okay, so Europe was basically just following America, and they were doing what America wanted to. So, but America's time is over. It's kind of symbolic to have like you have this literally a senile man as president. It's a nice symbol of what's happening. You see symbology there. Like he's a senile old man that probably has a problem holding his pee back. He's probably literally wearing diapers or something like that. You know, this guy fell down, he would break an arm easy. You know, I guess yeah. So it's over. A man has to conquer the woman to truly have her. Yeah, that's true. But how do you conquer her? How do you do that? That's the question, right? How do you do that? Because she will resist that. How do you do that? Do you think of being bilingual and having your foot in two doors has helped you in your perspective of magic? What downfalls have you noticed people fall into that do not understand? I'm not going to talk about magic here. I'm not talking about magic anymore, guys. All right. But people that don't understand the cultures, what's their problem, or what do they suffer from? Mm, They have a small worldview and they have less options. The more options you have, the better you can deal with life. I guess like yeah, I guess that's it. Understanding different perspectives, understanding different cultures. Um, yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, we live in a 21st century, anyways. Somebody that like I don't understand how people are like growing up in the same place, going to school in the same place, starting, finding their fucking sweetheart in the same fucking place they were born, and then buying a house with a mortgage in the same place they were born. I don't understand how that works. Like, how can you like in 2022? How can you structure your life like that? Is that literally how you're gonna take advantage of all the opportunities that we got out there? You literally have the world at your fingertips with the internet, and you're gonna stay in the same place you were raised and marry somebody who was also from the same place you were raised. Like, I don't know, that's, to me personally, that sounds like 19th century personally. But then again, you know I have Uranus in my first house. So Uranus that energetic influence makes someone live in the future to an extent. Okay, so I'm the type of guy that is always like 50 years ahead of his time, if that makes sense. So I'm literally thinking of based on, and this is literally an astrological influence that is real. It's you're always a little bit focused on the future and ahead of your time, and everything seems outdated to you. But what I just said, I actually think is outdated. Like why? You have all of these opportunities. You could travel the world, couldn't you? You could travel the world. You could create a life where you're in multiple different places. You know. Um, and speaking of relationships, what increases your chances of finding an actual suitable partner more than just being like international? You know, how do you know where your soulmate is? This idea of your soulmate. How do you know where it is? Maybe it's in fucking Nicaragua or something like that. That special someone, right? Like, what are the chances if that concept of soulmates is really real? What are the chances that that guy or girl lives in the same city that you were born at, or born in, and went to school at, and are now working your job and bought your house? You know? And then, you know, I guess you're missing out. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Hi Frank, how are you? I wanted to ask you about your top 5 best books for life inspiration, novels, personal growth, etc. Top 5 books. The Art of War, number one. Number two, um, it's number two. It's a book on its principles of economics. Then there's damn. Did I give it 2 right now? 2, 3. I'm looking at my bookshelf here. Maybe it gives me some ideas. The Science of Survival by L. Ron Hubbard. Okay, so now we got 3, and the Book of Five Rings. And then we got the 5th, which is damn. Um, yeah, it's evolutionary psychology. That's the title of the book. Evolutionary psychology explains pretty much human nature. Yeah, pretty good. How do I get rid of keto rash? You just go through it. It's gonna stop soon. Yes, brother Frank. I was lost when I was working, socializing, and trying to date there. I found salvation from leaving there, and I should write a Bible for men leaving the West. I think that's a great idea, my friend. I think a lot more have to hit on that. Have to hear about that. But most never will. Most will never leave. Most will never leave. They're they're too comfortable. You know. I just don't understand how you can like be okay with a society that is literally telling you it's not okay to be a man anymore. It's literally they're taking revenge on you because they think that in the past men used to abuse and take advantage of women, and now you got to suffer for all of that. It's literally like this idea of reparations for slavery, or uh, you know, like what some people talk about in terms of like a lot of Afrocentric people. They're like, it's um, let's hate on white people because they were like they it's committed slavery and all that stuff. Well, which is obviously a retarded idea because most of those people are not even the descendants of slave owners. And how are you going to be responsible for what your ancestors did? And most of the people are not even related to those people who were like slave owners. You know, what I mean? It was a small minority of people that had slaves. You see, right? And even if you talk about societal things and stuff like that, you can't hold somebody accountable for something they did that they didn't do. Okay, so in the same way, men are being held accountable these days for things that men in the past supposedly did, which is not even true. It's not even factual. But you get what I'm saying. It's all bullshit. You live in a society where you're being demonized as a man, and that's a dangerous place to be. Like, do you really want to live there? Do you really want to live there? Everything caters to females. You see, everything. Evolutionary Psychology by David Buss. Yeah, David Buss. Like, I'm telling you, soon if you're a money that if you're a guy here or even in America that makes good money, is confident and proud of himself and all that shit, you're gonna be in trouble just for being that, just for existing, because they hate it. They hate you doing well because you're a capitalist pig, right? And some obese feminist with pink hair is gonna cuss you out for being uh, supporting the patriarchy. You know, I've experienced similar things like that, similar to what I described here. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. Okay, guys, let me plug my pitch here one more time. Here's what you guys should do. Here's what you guys should do. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you listening, guys? Are you listening? Welcome to the School of Forbidden Power 2.0, a virtual school where you can learn how to have unlimited women using the knowledge of psychic seduction and pimping. You can find many products and resources on the site that will teach you how to master the game of getting women and making them yours. Below, you have the ability to download 2 free books that will teach you how to use psychic seduction and real-life seduction to attract as many women as you want. Get your free gift now. All right. So, guys, you need to download this ebook. You need to download this ebook. Go to this page that I'm posting in the chat now, and you're gonna get an ebook that has more than 2,000 pages. More than 2,000 pages. It's a book written by me as well as Kevin Gentry, a PIMP. You ever heard of 50 Cent song? No, hold on. Let me sing 50 Cent song. You heard it. You heard it. Okay. PIMP. So Mr. Kevin Derek Gentry, who is a real life PIMP, and moi, who's a master psychic seducer. We wrote a book together. Okay? Or it's 2 separate books actually, but it's all in one. More than 2,000 pages with solid tips on psychic seduction and pimping. Free. You get it for free. More than 2,000 fucking pages, guys. Okay? You better get on that page now and download that book. It's an instant download. You type in your email address and you're going to be sent this ebook. All right? I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get a dollar out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a motherfucking PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get a dollar out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a motherfucking PIMP. Yep, that's me. That's me, guys. You know, and I wouldn't call myself a PIMP, but In a lot of ways, I act like PIMPs. You see what I mean? And I've been doing this for a very, very long time. In school, I always had like a girl or two that would take notes from me. I would never take notes. They would take notes from me, and they would give me a copy at the end of the semester. They would buy food for me, and bring it to me. They would bring me water, like everything. You see? So what I'm trying to say is basically don't underestimate the power and the knowledge that a pimp can, or the knowledge of a pimp can give you. Yeah, because these are things that you will be able to apply in your life. It's more about psychology. I'm not telling you that you have to send. I never got the download link. Did you get the email? Was the email sent out? Check, please. Check again, please. Check again if the email was sent out, Chris. Yeah, and I confirmed it. Okay, send an email to. Send an email to support@grailoftheserpent.com, please. Support@grailoftheserpent. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna get you that ebook for sure. 100%. Um, which is weird. If you confirmed, you're in the funnel. So you should have gotten that ebook right away. That's weird. I never got okay. Frank, sorry for asking. Will the magic courses be still available? No answer. No comment here. Okay, so it's an ebook with more than 10,000, sorry, 2,000 pages. Okay, let me try it myself, Chris. I'm gonna try it myself here. Okay. Um, I hope there's no bug in the system. So I'm signing up for it now. Boom. Okay, do you see it? I'm signing up for it right now. Can you see that? Sign up form. Boom. Submitting. You're almost done. Confirm your subscription. Okay. Go to my email to confirm my subscription. Okay, is it in the spam folder? No. That's interesting. Let me check. Oh, I can't subscribe to my own list, obviously. Okay. If the email, using a different email now. Give me 1 second. Come. Click link to activate. Yep. Confirm my subscription. Okay. Then your subscription has been confirmed. Please check your email. Okay. Okay. Okay, there must be a problem with the autoresponder. Okay, I will check. You will all get your ebook. I promise. Okay, even if I have to send it out one by one, you're all gonna get it. Okay, shit happens. That's what it is. Um, Jasmine Ambrosia. How's it going, Jasmine? Is that your real name, Jasmine Ambrosia? Is that your real name? Interesting. Uh, yeah, it is. Jasmine Ambrosia. No, wow. Okay. Not bad. It's a creative name. Apart from this great seduction book that you and Macaroni have just published, what other authors, books, movies, or references on seduction would you recommend? On seduction? Man, I guess that's the one. I guess that's the one that I would recommend. One second. Yeah. Okay. Frank, what was your dating life like in your 20s? What was my dating life like in my 20s? Not much different from now, honestly. Like, it was, I don't know why. Like, I don't know how to answer that question. To be honest, like my dating life was like I was dating. That's it. I had girlfriends and I had fun, and both of that. Sometimes I had more fun. Sometimes I had less fun. Sometimes the relationship would be like more serious or painful. Other times it was not. Normal shit, normal stuff. I've been on keto for about 2 weeks. I lost 5 pounds, 3 inches, but smell weird and have a rash. I can't wait to reach my goal. Good luck. I'm sure you're on a good. I'm sure you're on a good path. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Anything that you want me to cover? Do you feel like you? Hold on. Do you feel like you should pick a person that loves you more than you love them? No, it really depends. Look, you asked me for my personal opinion. My personal opinion is the following. Okay, I believe that a woman truly, like that's always been my experience. Okay, a woman doesn't really want to be kind of like in charge, if that makes sense. A woman doesn't really want to make all the decisions. A woman doesn't really want to be like the captain of the ship, if that makes sense. Sometimes she has to do that because she doesn't trust the guy. Okay, but if you're a guy that is really like in control of his life and knows where he's going, and she trusts to take care of her and all that stuff, she will gladly let you take the reins so she can focus on other stuff that she values. Okay, like what does she value? She values all the female stuff, such as um, you know, give me one sec, such as I don't know, kids, and all this other stuff. So it's your job as a guy to It's your job as the guy to give her the opportunity to relax. You know what I mean? So yeah, make sure that she can relax and you take the reign and then both are happy. And I believe that. Like, you got to be old school. I'm old school, and I think a lot of people enjoy that too. I know some other people will disagree with that, and they will tell you no. Um, but yeah, okay. You didn't get the. Hold on, guys. I gotta wrap this up really soon. You didn't get the download link after signing up, no problem. You will get the ebook. I promise you, even if I have to send it out one by one myself. Okay, you will get the ebook. Just give it a little bit. I'll fix that bug. All right. So go to that page, sign up for the free ebook, and it's definitely going to be a very good decision. One of the best decisions that you made. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Be well. Bye bye.